So when you start, you want to start by pushing back the cuticle and removing any loosened cuticle from the nail plate. So that's really important because you want to make sure that there is no dried skin or cuticle on the nail plate, because eventually that's going to lift up and off the nail, and then your product is going to lift up and off the nail. So you really want to get down into those corners and really scrape out any cuticle or dried skin that might be attached to the nail plate. So you have a 100 and 100 grit on one side and a 180 on the other. If you're filing over the natural nail, I recommend using a 180 grit. Again, we're just taking off the shine. If you are going over a gel or a liquid and powder, you want to use the 100 grit side, because this part needs to be either rough, so we're putting in those nice scratch lines in this with this 100 grit buffer, or it needs to be sticky. So let's say you've already started applying gel and you have an inhibition layer of gel on the nail and it's sticky. The gel polish will actually stick to that. So you have to, when you have another product on the nail, it has to be rough or sticky for the gel to stick to. I'm just going to use a 240 grit just to give everything a nice pretty shape. And with gel polish, you want to remember too that if you are doing a water manicure, you can go ahead and do gel polish afterwards. You just don't want to use any oils. If you can help that, you can go ahead and do a massage if you want to. I always prefer to do my lotion massage after I apply my gel polish, and that way you don't have to worry about really, all of that lotion and oil getting into the nail bed. So I would do my full water manicure and then clean the nail very well with alcohol or cleanser. And then I would also go over it with acetone or a product remover just to make sure I dehydrated the nail as much as I could. So now you want to make sure that you clean away any dust or debris off of the nails. And now we're going to get ready to add in product. Okay, so when you start doing your application, the first thing that you're going to use is the cleanser. So we have a cleanser here. A nail surface cleanser is really nice to use. You can also use alcohol in a pinch if that's all you have. Nail surface cleanser actually helps to clean the nail off so that you get a really nice adhesion with the rest of the product. It also helps remove any extra dust. And what I like to do is I like to just poke a hole right in the top. So it kind of gives you a little bit of an opening so that it doesn't, you're not using like pouring it out when you use it. So we're going to take a lint-free wipe and use a little bit of nail surface cleanser. And I'm just gonna fold it up, and I'm actually going to scrub the nail. And that way I can get any little particles that might be down in the lateral folds or around the cuticle area. I can get all of that out. Okay. I'm even gonna get just the edges of the nail, just in case there's any little bit of debris from filing. Sometimes that can be stuck on there, and then you end up getting your gel, a little bit of dust into your gel polish, and we don't want to see that. So once that's done, then you're going to take your pH. So this is a pH bond, and what it does is it pH balances the nail to 7, and it also causes the nail to stop producing oil. And that's what you want it to do. It's only gonna work for about 10 minutes to make the nail stop producing oil, but it's gonna give you just enough time to get any of your product on. One thing you wanna remember is the pH bond. You only wanna put it on the natural nail. So if you have, like what we have here, this is just a great way to learn all the different techniques all at once, is this one is an artificial nail, just right. You know, like I said, we had to extend her natural nail. She broke one. So this one is just a little bit of product left on the nail. And again here, so we're just gonna put it where the natural nail is. Now you're gonna do a base gel. So most product lines have a base gel. This one particular, like as we were talking before, is the first gel polish that was ever on the market, and this is the #1 selling base gel in the world. This is foundation from Gelish. So I'm gonna use it, and what I like to do is I like to dip it all the way in and make sure that I'm wiping the stick off on both sides, and then get all of the product off of this brush, and then just pick up a little bit of product. And that's how you put this on. Now you could go through each nail and do a little dab if you want to, but I just like to go ahead and I'm gonna massage it in and get as close as you can to the cuticle, and I just pull that skin back, just like this. Just use this finger, my thumb, to pull the cuticle back, get as close as I can without getting product on the skin, and straight down the nail. You can even massage it in a little bit. Now, a lot of people think, oh, if I put more of this on, it's gonna stick better. And that's not true. The more product you put on the nail, the harder it is to get it off. But you can use very, very little product when you are using any type of base gel. And don't forget the edges too. You don't want to get under the nail, but you want to cap that edge so that all of the nail is covered with the foundation, because I will tell you that wherever the foundation is, that is where the color is going to go. So you want to make sure that you have foundation over the entire nail.